Hi there, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I hope you're all well. If you've been drawn to this video, this reading, we're going to be focusing on the divine masculine. And it is general as always, guys, so please do keep that in mind when you're listening to the reading and only take the parts of it that make sense for you personally. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Let's take a look and see what that energy looks like when it comes to the divine masculine for water signs. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What does this look like at this point in time? Focusing on the masculine. All right, guys, so we are starting off with expectations here. Anticipation, prediction, exciting news. Now, I do tend to focus on connections that are going through some sort of challenge. You guys might not be in contact, in separation. So part of this anticipation might be that you're really wanting to hear from your masculine. And some of you may very well have that, you know, whatever this exciting news represents. It could be that. Look at that. We've got the reconciliation card. Okay, happy reunion, back together. Fresh start. So divine feminine, if you are missing your masculine, you're not with your masculine, this is something that you're holding in your heart space that perhaps you're really wanting to hear from them. You're really hoping that they're on the same page, wanting to get back together. So is that actually a reality or just wishful thinking? Let's take a look. For water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have vows. Okay, solemn promises, commitment, and marriage. Some of you guys could be married but in separation, okay, and possibly expecting to work things out. But it could also just represent promises that you guys made to each other, you know, that you're very committed to one another, but something might have happened here to break you guys up. And then we have apologies, okay? So remorseful, regrets, healing words. That could be also what it is that you're expecting. Maybe you feel that they owe you an apology. You know, we've got remorseful, regrets, and healing words right there. So if they truly are remorseful, then part of the communication that might be coming in from the divine masculine could start off with two simple words: I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out what else we can dig up when it comes to this connection here. Let me set that aside. Let's grab some tarot for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So a masculine who wants to come forward because they certainly have some regrets here. They want a second chance. Can that actually happen? Okay, so we have the Four of Swords coming through. Rest. This is a card of recovery. You know, it's like going through so much and just needing time to yourself to focus on your own healing journey. Perhaps this is something that you both have needed, you know. Next card is the Four of Wands. So we do have the fours popping up, which could represent stability. And maybe that's what was lacking in the relationship. We do have the reference to twin flames. So for some of you guys, maybe you do feel that this person, your masculine, is your twin flame. But if you're in separation, a part of the energy of the Four of Wands as well is a happy reunion, which is mirrored by this reconciliation card. So let's continue and let's take a look and see if that's really possible here. What else when it comes to water signs? We've got the Magician. So it does seem that a reconciliation is possible, you know, to be able to manifest it in the 3D for you guys to try again, for you to recognize that you do belong together. Let's see. So it does seem that this is a situation that can come back around for water signs. We do have the Lovers, which represents Gemini. So it comes down to a decision that needs to be made, perhaps on your side as well as your masculine, divine feminine. because the Lovers card represents absolutely the love in their heart space for you. It represents their attraction to you, the compatibility, the chemistry that you guys have shared. Now, on occasion, the Lovers card can also represent a third party, a love triangle. So that could be what it is that, you know, they want to apologize for, especially if there were trust issues in the relationship. Let's see what else. It is confirming that with the Five of Wands. So that is possible that maybe someone else was in the picture here, because that can represent that competition. It's like a love rival, you know, so that created a lot of tension, a lot of conflict in the relationship between the two of you. So we've got the Two of Cups. That's followed by the Three of Swords. So what the two of you had or still have is very special, but it was just tainted by this whole experience. It is clarifying the possibility of a love triangle for some of you. If it wasn't that, it still represented a very painful experience when you guys broke up. So let's see. So no wonder why we're getting, you know, the Four of Swords coming through first, because if you experience something as painful as the Three of Swords, you really do need to take the time to heal. And you can't rush the healing process, you know? We do have the Divine Masculine showing up as the Emperor. So I'm feeling pretty positive for this water sign's message that a Divine Masculine is going to do the right thing. They're going to take control of the situation. You know, they're going to do whatever is necessary to create movement towards that reconciliation, because that came through very clearly that this is what they're hoping for. This is what they are wanting. Let's see what else. This is definitely acknowledging the separation and the breakup when you guys had that Tower moment. You're both very aware of what happened in your situation. You know, maybe you saw the red flags, maybe you ignored the red flags, whatever that might represent, and it ended up hurting you when that tower crashed, you know. So I feel that if the masculine was responsible for why that happened, they're also wanting to come in to fix things here. And then we've got the Temperance card. So I do feel a reconciliation in the future for my water signs. The Temperance card can certainly represent that. But, you know, you're not meant to put your life on hold, Divine Feminine, just waiting for this reconciliation to happen. You know, just go out there, live your own life until it manifests for you. You know, since we're getting Sagittarius energy here from the Temperance card, it could happen towards the latter half of the year. So could be November or December, possibly. And I love that we have the Ace of Pentacles, because what this masculine is bringing towards you, Divine Feminine, is a very well-intentioned love and fresh start that they want to bring your way. You know, it truly is a solid offer of commitment that they're wanting to give you this time, because they knew, or do know, that they're responsible for why things fell apart to begin with. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for this message. And if you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. I'll go ahead and link the 2 decks that you see here down below as well. Thank you so much, guys. I will catch you next time. Take care.